and I'll send you a link to it if you want to like keep an eye on chat or something.
That'd be great.
All right. Whoops. What's good, Cookmaster Jeff? One of the newer chatters. Haven't seen him too much.
Should I be seeing your thing on my screen?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Since I ended the call earlier, I'll get that going again. All right.
Wait.
What's good, Skinny Winnie? Oh, Cook is your brother IRL? That's definitely not true. It's gotta be a shit post, right? Welcome Trilly, welcome Murasaki. Murasaki's grinding at the gym. Well, you got better things to do, bro. Get out of here.
Yeah, dude. Get those gains.
That's right. Make sure you play some Sigma Funk while you're doing it. I'm gonna have to go out of full screen for this. I guess why don't we bump some Lil ROCKETMAN while we're waiting?
There you go.
Dude, by the way, I've been bumping that new Backland tape, Smoke and Mirrors 2. It's nuts. And your feature, I don't know if you had more than one track on there, but I remember hearing one that was like, holy shit, dog. Heater.
Hell yeah. Thanks, bro. Yours as well. Your track goes crazy.
I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, that one was a lot of fun. He put that Baby Keem. He put that Baby Keem vocal on there. That shit went crazy.
He loves Baby Keem, dude.
He does. All right, let me get the YouTube link over to you real quick. There you go. How we doing, y'all? It's Holy Mob Guy and the Supreme Leader himself. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Our fearless leader. All right, chat. How we doing today? We got 17 people in here already. 17. ROCKETMAN should be able to see chat.
I can now, yep. What's up, everybody?
We're just bumping that new LIL ROCKETMAN right now, off top.
Sir.
I'm gonna let a few more people get in here before we get started. This will be our first free-for-all. 1v1v1.
Can I ask you some questions? I guess so.
Let's keep it PG, Lala not listening. I know you like to get real personal with these questions.
Nothing crazy.
Oh, it's for a school survey. I'm sure that's true.
It's not holocaust.
No, he signed an NDA before we got on stream. He's not gonna say nothing. Right, ROCKETMAN?
Right, dude. What's my favorite color? Dude, I love it changes, but right now, dude, I think I gotta go with purple. Hello, baby.
Purple.
Yeah, dude, I fuck with purple.
Don't fuck with purple, or that shit might get you hurt.
I'm putting this in my story real quick.
Oh yeah, good call. I should probably post a story as well. I've not been great about those. A lot of people get in chat and they're ready to go. So I try not to waste too much time.
Hot dogs or brats? Dude, brats all day long.
Brats? Bro, I'm about to have to hang up on you now.
Dude, nah. I worked at a hot dog stand back in high school. It just ruined hot dogs for me, man.
Yeah, that'll probably do it.
Eating glizzies all day long.
That's rough.
Yeah, too much.
Someone said, what are brats? You don't need to know, Cookmaster Jeff, you should know. Of all people.
Yeah, Cookmaster.
Unbelievable. Live now with Lil Rocketman.
Serving glizzies. It's a good call.
Welcome to the stream, Lemon. Hello, Whoop Boop.
Thanks, Casper. Appreciate it.
All right, once I post this on IG, we can go ahead and get started.
Hell yeah. Do I accept fan mail? I mean, sure.
This motherfucker's always asking about fan mail.
What does that even mean?
All right. Oh my god, I accidentally posted it to close friends. I'm an idiot. God damn it.
Pizza or burger? That's a tough one, dude. I would probably say pizza, but it's close. Larry Jr., thanks, bro. Thanks, NB. Hey, little problem. What's up, dog?
Little problems in here. Nice.
Check.
Someone's wanting to know where Big Rocket Man is.
Big Rocket Man, dude. Big Rocket Man is he's overseas in the motherland.
Our fearless leader.
Hamburger pizza, I don't know about that, dude.
Dude, how do I stop it from adding to my close friends? That's not... Whatever, dog. Come on now. When is the 24-hour stream? I don't know, man. I might need to get a Ghost Energy sponsorship for that. All right. Oh my God, we got 36 people in here. The Lil Rocketman name drop does numbers.
Hell yeah. Blowing up in here. What, bro? Penis man? Remember it?
Penis man.
What?
Oh yeah, he's a frequent chatter.
That's a real guy?
That's a real guy.
Damn. That's an unfortunate name.
No! Oh my God, I pressed the wrong fucking button again. I'm gonna kill somebody. Oh my God, I'm so inept. I'm so boomer coded.
You still fucking...
That's my third failed attempt to post this to my story. God damn it.
What is going on?
That time I clicked on what I thought would allow me to put it on my main story and it just immediately posted it to close friends. God damn it. Live now with Lil Rocketman. Rocket emoji. All right. I've gotten it posted to my main story now.
All right, there you go.
Oh, you saw all of those too. God damn it.
I got like 6 notifications. There you go.
Yeah, we finally conquered it. Grandpa figured out how to use Instagram. There we go. You're gotta be kidding me. Why does it automatically post things to my close friends story? Because I tried to share your shit and it immediately went to close friends. Maybe it's not me. Maybe my shit's bugging.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, that should work. All right, chat. Now that I've conquered technology, I think we can get things moving. We got 38 people in here, dog. This is a peak, I think, for the start of stream. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. The game today is a standard game of multiple choice SoundCloud game show. Okay. So, if you haven't joined us before, this is, of course, the SoundCloud game show, not officially associated with nor endorsed by SoundCloud yet. I'm your host, Yokai, and today is a very special day because we have our very first guest star on the live show. Okay, this took a lot to set up. I want to give a huge shout out to our guest today, none other than our fearless leader, LIL ROCKETMAN. Thank you, LIL ROCKETMAN, for joining us. I know that it was on very short notice, but we're very excited to have you. What have you been listening to lately?
Oh man, I've been listening to a lot of funk, dude. The new Back When tape dropped. Y'all should check that out. Local Stranger tape. Just, you know, a lot of stuff. Yeah, man.
Good stuff. Yeah, that new Back When tape has been on loop for me. And you got 2 tracks on there, you said, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Sweet.
Sir.
Yeah. So everybody go run up Smoke and Mirrors 2 by Back When. Very, very fire tape. All right. So to give you a lowdown, let's go ahead and switch over to the main stage. Real quick, let me just get our first track pulled up so that we have everything ready to go. All right. So let me get switched over here. Nice. So you can see here it's going to be chat versus me versus LIL ROCKETMAN. It's a free-for-all, okay? 1v1v1. Or I guess a 1v1v many. So the way this is going to work is you guys are submitting tracks on the Discord. As a reminder, if you submitted tracks prior to like a week ago, you're probably going to want to resubmit it because we got a whole new submission system. It's way simpler, way more straightforward, and it's way more scalable. So we're in it for the long haul, okay? Go submit your tracks on the Discord. It's totally free. And we're going to be pulling up a random submission from the Discord. And as you can see, I've got a Chrome extension that not only hides pretty much all of the identifiable information about the track, but it also hides the stats and gives us a little multiple choice option here, okay? So we're gonna guess which one we think is the correct answer, how many plays the song has, and then we'll reveal who scores a point, okay? So I'm gonna be writing down my own answer on my nifty little whiteboard. I believe LIL ROCKETMAN, you've got like a notebook or something worked out, right? Good shit, all right.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, chat, you guys will be voting in a poll. So let's go ahead and dive into this first track. We got a submission from 5 years ago from somebody with 177 tracks on SoundCloud. Let's jump in. Familiar sample. I'm sure we've all heard this one a few times, right?
Yeah, wait, it's nice for that distortion.
Yeah, it's got a shit ton of high end. I like that flute. It's nice. Some really cool 808 patterns.
Definitely 2019 funk vibe.
Oh yeah, big time. Yes, you guys will be guessing as well. Yeah, this is an older track. So when I'm looking at an older track like this, I think the biggest indicator to me, especially if it's a super old track, is how many tracks they've posted on SoundCloud. We got Backwin in chat. Welcome to chat, Backwin. So, anyways, old track. This person's at 177 tracks on SoundCloud. So that says to me that this is either a re-upload channel, because you see a lot of re-upload channels with hundreds and hundreds of tracks on SoundCloud, or it could just be somebody who's, you know, been in the game for a long time and they've been consistently putting out heat. Okay? So with 177 tracks on SoundCloud, I don't know. I don't know if I would consider this likely to be a re-upload channel. This strikes me as an original upload because it's so old. But yeah, what do you have to say about this one, Lil Rocketman?
I think this is an original upload. The sound fits the time frame that it was released. You know, it's
right.
That classic funk sound. In 5 years, he probably would have dropped quite a bit of tracks.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm feeling like this one probably has a good amount of streams too.
Right. Yeah, I think that there's some things, some weird little quirks about the mix that I would maybe do differently. But like you said, it's emblematic of its time. It came out in 2019, I would assume 2018 actually, September. So it's got that 2018 sound. I think I'm ready to lock in my guess. So I'm going to go ahead and write something down here.
Write something down as well.
All right. Let me know when you got your guess locked in.
It is locked in.
All right, chat. I'm going to open the poll for you guys here. And now you guys can tell us. Wait, is the poll open? There it is. Yes. What are we thinking? A, B, C, or D? Vote in chat now. I love graham crackers, Lala not listening. I love the insightful questions.
Yeah, he's asking a lot of questions I've been missing.
The hard-hitting questions. Seems like chat's thinking B so far. They're gonna go with 72K.
Oh, that's like, okay.
A lot of votes for B coming in.
So
Backwin's going A.
He's going A. We put our number, right?
Well, I put in a letter, so I just said,
okay.
Yeah, we're just choosing from these 4 options.
Gotcha. Okay.
Avanada's asking if I have a favorite cloud. Well, besides the sound cloud, I gotta go with cumulonimbus, because it sounds the coolest.
That sounds pretty cool. That'd be a good track name.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I can do push-ups, bro. That'd be bad.
Did someone ask if you could do push-ups? Oh, they asked if you could do 1 push-up.
Yeah. Can definitely do 1 push-up.
Kind of selling you short there. Okay, let me pause the track here. Chat, you guys are saying that it's B. We got 22 votes in here, so if anybody doesn't know how to vote, by the way, just look at the way that people are doing it in chat. You'll do ! vote, space, and then the letter that you want to vote for. The poll is closed, so you won't be able to vote anymore, but 10 of you, 45% of you are saying B, 72K. I think that's a pretty fair guess. 5 years is a lot of time to rack up some streams, okay? Now, for me, I'll go ahead and reveal my guess. I think it's A. I think this one's going to be a little more on the underrated side. I think that the sound, I feel like this type of OG funk, if this were pulling over 100K streams or even close to 100K streams in 5 years, I feel like I would have come across it by this point, because this is the type of funk I really listen to a lot. And so that's why I went with A. What about you, Lil Rocketman? What did you put?
I went with B. I had guessed almost exactly that number originally. So Yeah, I feel like 100K over 100K is a little much. I feel like maybe I would have come across it, but this would do well in 2018, I think.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I'm very curious to find out. By the way, I do want to disclose this was a paid submission, I believe. So yeah, if you guys want to do skip the line, make sure that your track gets featured. Type in ! PayPal in chat now. But this was a paid submission. Chat, you guys were saying B, so I'll go ahead and lock that in for you guys. How many streams does this track have? 3, 2, 1. 13.8K. It was a little more on the underrated side.
Damn, you were spot on.
A little more on the underrated side. Chat's getting rolled so far. Not off to a great start, guys. It's not pay to win. It's pay to skip the line. Okay? Pay to play. Exactly. Pay to play. All right, so let me go ahead and update the scores here. Yokai puts a point on the board already. If anybody hasn't caught the streams before, this is exactly how it goes. I just rack up points the whole game and then I win every time. I've never lost.
Bro, we'll see about that.
See if you guys can top my undefeated status. All right. Let's well, you got any other thoughts on this one? This one comes from Indigo64. I know that Indigo64 has been in the chat before. Haley posted a link to this track in the chat if you want to go check it out. It's called Envy. So does that add any other thoughts for you, Lil Rocketman, knowing that this is from Indigo64? Have you heard of that person before?
Hey, I feel like I've heard the name, but I haven't taken the time to listen. But it is a nice track, especially for 5 years ago. Yeah, I would definitely maybe change some things about the mixing now, but it's a nice one. I'm surprised that it's so underrated.
Yeah, me too. I think that I mean, honestly, like, for 7,300 followers, pulling 13K on a track, 400 likes, that's nothing to scoff at. And he's got 177 tracks on the cloud, so he's clearly putting in the work. So Indigo64, keep at it, and everybody show some love to Indigo64.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out his stuff.
For sure. I think we've had 1 or 2 tracks from him on the show before, so someone to keep your eye on for sure. All right, we'll get the next track pulled up. This is another paid submission. We had 2 to catch up on that came after the last stream. So this is our second one of 2. Let's get this one pulled up, and we will guess accordingly.
La, it's milk chocolate over dark chocolate.
Milk chocolate. Wow. All right, this one's a little hard to see because of the color, but this is from 1 day ago. It's a very fresh track. So this one could have as few as 86 streams or as much as 687. Let's give it a listen. I love that chop.
Yeah, this sample goes hard.
It's got a really cool bounce. I can't help but notice how bizarre this waveform is. It fades out for like a minute. Okay, I see. Got kind of a little slowed part here at the end. I like that. All right. I'm honestly not sure what to think of this one. I think it's definitely good enough to pull, more than 86 streams, but the question is, does it come from somebody with like a sizable following? Because that's really the only way I think you're going to pull 700 streams in a day. So it's tough to tell. And because this is one of those tracks, you know what I just realized? Something that's a really good indicator of, what the audience size might be on this person's profile is the fact that they've got this fancy artwork. It's blocked out because of the Chrome extension, obviously, but the fact that they have this waveform art, I'm pretty sure that you can only have that if you're monetizing your tracks, right? So with that in mind, that tells me that this person, I would imagine, has at least a somewhat sizable audience if they're monetizing their tracks. I'm gonna lock in a guess.
Yeah.
DJ T-Main's in chat. He's saying B. We got a few people in chat saying B. All right. You got your guess locked in, Rocket Man?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll open the poll for chat. You guys let me know what you guys think. This track from one day ago. If you're thinking this one has 86 streams, you can vote A. Or if you're thinking it's maybe crossing that 100 play threshold in a day, it sounds good enough, Maybe you'll go with B, 128 streams. Or, you see that waveform artwork and you're thinking, oh, they're monetizing their tracks. They're pulling probably a couple hundred at least in the first day. You go with C, 344 streams. Or if you're feeling really confident in this track, you can go with D, 687 streams in one day. Welcome to Stream Rebels. Over half of you guys are thinking B so far. Interesting.
Very interesting.
I'm trying to see what everybody's reasoning is in chat. Everybody in chat, after you vote, I'd be very curious to know why you guys are voting the way that you are. All right. The poll is now closed. Chat, you guys are saying B. You guys are thinking that this one has 128 streams in a day. And I agree. I also think that this one's not going to be on the completely super underrated side, but I think that the fact that they're monetizing their tracks makes me think they've got at least a little bit of a following there, and they could pull 128 in a day. 344, that's kind of a tough sell, so I wasn't willing to go that high. What do you think, Rocket Man?
I went with A, and I don't know. I feel like this guy's probably pretty underrated, or newer, and yeah, just in one day, I feel like it's going to be on the lower side. I don't know.
Fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. I think that my favorite part of this track was definitely the sample chop. I'm a big fan of string samples, and that one was one of the finer ones I've heard. So, yeah, I do see one person in chat saying that the acapella is basic and there's not much going on, so they wouldn't expect it from a bigger producer. I think that's fair. Yeah.
Kind of agree.
One thing that makes this one tough is I'm not the best coder in the world, so when I was making the Chrome extension, I didn't want to... For some reason, the number of tracks that the person has was not popping up in with the Chrome extension, so we just don't have access to that information when we get tracks like this with the waveform art. So, yeah, interesting. All right, chat, you guys are saying B. I'll lock in B for you guys. Let's see. This track from one day ago. Show me 128. 3, 2, 1. It was, in fact, 128 streams. All right. I forgot what I voted for a second, but looks like chat and I both pick up a point. I'm so sorry, Rocket Man.
And I'm getting killed over here.
Hey, there's plenty of time to come back, and even if you're still struggling a little bit further down the line, sometimes we bet to make things interesting. So,
okay,
we'll give you some opportunities.
For sure.
DJ Teammate says, "You suck, Rocket Man. JK, love you."
Bruh, come on, man.
Lala Not Listening says, "Are your car windows tinted?" They used to be. I used to drive a Chrysler 300, which is technically considered a luxury sedan. So the windows were tinted very poorly by the person who owned it before me. All right. Very cool track. This one comes from 147 Romeo. It's called Staying on the Grind. And you can see here, 147 Romeo, only 6 tracks on SoundCloud. Only 6 tracks, so he might be a little bit of a newer producer. I am curious how you're able to do the waveform art if you're, this new to it. But I guess it's more accessible. That feature is more accessible now, it seems. But yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like somebody pointed out in chat, the acapella is a little bit overused. I've heard it probably 47,000 times in my time here on SoundCloud. So not surprised to find out that it's more of a beginner producer. What do you think, Rocketman? Any other thoughts on this one?
I would agree. That checks out. Yeah, the follower amount and the track amount is like probably pretty much exactly what I would have guessed. It's a nice idea, but it is like pretty basic and not a lot of uniqueness. I can tell he's like what he's kind of going for,
Right. Yep. 100%. All right, let me get the next track pulled up. This time we're going to be pulling a random one from the Discord. So don't forget to submit a track on the Discord if you haven't had a chance yet. And Young Demon says, "Who's this Rocket guy?" Young Demon, are you shitposting? I can't remember if you guys have worked together.
He helps me run my Discord.
Okay, I thought so. I thought he was shitposting.
We've talked quite a bit. He's fucking around. What up, Spaced?
All right, we've got a random track here pulled out from the Discord. Let's get it running. This track is from 7 years ago. Bit of an older one. Some very prolific producers we're looking at here today. This one has 257 tracks on SoundCloud. They've been in the game for a minute. They're putting out tracks very consistently, it seems. So let's go ahead and give it a listen. October of 2016. This was like right when I was getting into funk. Not that this is funk. It does have cowbells, though. That's some people's definition of funk, after all. Bit of an avant-garde 808 pattern.
Definitely.
A lot of slides. It is, yeah. I love that little... It's like a little trill. Definitely sounds like something that would have been uploaded in 2016, so this is right on with what I would expect from this time. I'm not crazy about the melody, I'm not gonna lie.
No, me neither. It is a little goofy.
Might need a little bit more variation, maybe. It's just the same... What, 4 notes? There might be a repeated note in there, so it could just be 3 notes.
Never been to Arby's, bro. Yeah, Wendy's all the way.
Never been to Arby's? They have the meats.
Dude, those are not the meats that I'm interested in.
We just caught Rocket in 4K saying that shit. What do y'all have to say about that, chat? Was this P-honk back in the day? I don't think this is intended to be a shit post. This is shit that people would unironically listen to 7 years ago. So, looking at the options here, we got 20K, 200K, 500K, or 600K. So either way, it's getting at least 20K. The question is, do you think it's going above 200K? I mean, sheesh.
Low-key crazy, it's getting even 20K.
I know. It's sometimes you look back on these tracks from 2016 and before, and it's like, how did this pass as music? This would definitely be considered a shit post today.
All right.
I'm locking in a guess here. This beat is the audio equivalent of hitting your funny bone. It's a pretty good description.
That is pretty accurate, honestly.
I didn't notice the anime moan the first time around.
OGP hunk.
All right, Rocketman, you got your guess locked in?
I do.
All right, chat, the poll is open. How many streams does this track from 7 years ago have? We thinking 20K? A little more on the underrated side? I think that's... Honestly, I think all of these options might be a little high. But, or are we thinking a little bit higher? Much higher, actually, I would say. Are we thinking 200K? If so, you can vote B. Or if you're thinking, nah, this thing's probably pulling 500K, 500,000 streams, you could go with C. Or if that's not enough, and you're like, nah, man, this thing's pushing 2/3 you can go with D, 614K. No, Skinny, I'm so sorry. There is no option lower than A. I have a feeling, now I've been wrong before on this, but I have a feeling we're all going to score a point here. Right?
Yeah.
I have a feeling this one might be unanimous. Okay.
Hey.
What were you saying, Rocketman?
No, I agree. I'm going to be shocked if it's got 200K or half the plays. Like that'd be wild.
Yeah. So chat, you're saying A. We only got 16 votes on that one. I guess nobody was really they didn't know what to think. They were abstaining because they thought it should have even lower, right? So I went with A as well. I also think that you'd have a tough time convincing me this had more than 200K. What do you think, Rocketman?
I also went with A.
Yep. As I suspected, we were all in agreement on this one. I'm sure that at the time this was bumping. You know, people were blasting this in their, shitty Beats by Dre in October of 2016. But let's reveal it. Why don't we? Show me 20.3K streams. 3, 2, 1. It was 20.3K. Well done, everybody. We all take a point on this one. Rising tide lifts all ships. As we can see here, this is a beat from none other than Jace Money. I have seen their name floating around throughout the years. Bit of a SoundCloud OG. I'm not surprised that they have 250 tracks on SoundCloud. He's been in the game for a minute. What do you think, Rocketman?
It's a long time. I think I started producing, at that exact time. That's when I first started making beats. So that's pretty crazy. It's a lot of plays for that track, not gonna lie. But
it's got a pretty solid ratio too. 510 likes on 20K streams. That's pretty good ratio. But yeah, this is Team Gang Squad. This was one of the biggest SoundCloud producer collectives of the day.
Damn.
Team Gang Squad, I remember, and this had a Skypier feature on it as well. Skypier is a big name in the SoundCloud producer community. Yeah,
air on it, dude. That's crazy.
It did.
Wow.
Yeah, that one surprises me. So yeah, go run that one up if you guys fuck with that, or if you want to just bump it as a meme. That's also an option. All right. Very, very fascinating. I would have never expected that to have a Skypier feature on it.
No, me neither.
All right. Next track getting pulled up here. Looks like this one is from 2 years ago. And the person who posted it has 47 tracks on SoundCloud. Bit of a choppy looking waveform here. I'm expecting to hear some pretty good dynamic range. Hopefully a pretty good mix. We'll see. A lot of times when we get waveforms like this, the low end is really weak. So I'm hoping we don't run into that again. Let's see.
Now listen, you idiots.
Ah. Okay. Okay.
No, you're not going to try your serum on yourself.
Of course I am. Listen, Charles. Always I've been considered a freak. Now I'm going to turn the tables.
You sadistic dog.
You don't know how poor sadistic men can go when they're torturing humans.
All I want you to do is to inject it into my arm. And watch the result.
I see some people calling out in chat who this one is. Yeah, that tag is too iconic to miss that one.
Wait,
And yeah, definitely no issues with the mix on this one. I'd say that this one's mixed quite immaculately. I think when it comes to my current inspirations, this producer is pretty high on the list right now.
yeah, I would agree. Been killing it for so long.
For sure. Yeah, there's so much complexity to his mixes, I find. He finds a way to fit in all these tiny little samples here and there. It reminds me a lot of DJ Smokey in that way. It just fits so much into so little, and it's like it doesn't sound chaotic even. It's like very controlled.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, unbelievable.
Someone has to mop up the blood you spilled.
All right, so this one has a minimum of 54K. Minimum of 54K. It could be as many as 150K. Admittedly, I know the producer, but I don't remember what song this is. I don't think this is one that I have saved anywhere, so not one that I've listened to a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes he names his tracks very weird shit, so you would have no way of figuring it out just from listening to it. 2 years ago. Let me see the actual date on that. August of 2021. So I'm trying to remember where that lines up with some of his other releases.
Invisible. He's what? He's invisible, I said.
Okay, I'm gonna lock in a guess here.
But why do you think I'm mad? My senses are very sharp, and above all,
I gotta hear the second half from before I decide.
Fair enough.
make me mad. Listen how calmly I can tell you the whole story. Exclamation point.
He will strike again, possibly tonight.
Would a madman have been as wise as this?
Thunderground, thunderground.
Alright.
Just let me know when you've got your guest locked in,
Thunderground.
and then we'll let chat weigh in.
Crazy.
Alright. I got my guess.
Alrighty, let me keep this running, and we'll open the poll. Chat, what are we thinking on this one? How many streams does this track have? From a producer who many of us recognize, I believe, 2 years ago. How many streams is this one racking up? Are we thinking something around 50K? You can go with A, the lowest option. Or if you're thinking this one's right on the cusp of 100K, you go with B, 99.6K. Or if you're thinking this one's closer to 150K, you got two options, okay? You got one at 142K, that's C, or 151K, that's D. So let me know now in chat. We got 12 votes so far, and so far you guys are leaning towards A. Oh, now it's all tied up, A and B. Somebody's got to get their votes in. Get your votes in, guys. You don't want to end in a tie. Then we'll just have to flip a coin for you again. Nobody likes that. We got our first vote for D, I see. Okay. Only a couple of seconds left. All right. The poll is now closed, and the A's take it. You guys voted A. You guys are thinking this one's a little on the underrated side. I, on the other hand, went with B. I'm thinking this one's right on the cusp of 100K. I feel like if it was any older than 2 years, given, you know, the fact that we know who the producer is, I probably would have gone with C or D. But the fact that it's still a little on the newer side, I went with B. What about you, Rocketman?
I went with A on this one. I agree with that. You know, like, SoundCloud wasn't as poppin' 2 years ago. If it was prior to 2 years, I definitely would say C or D. But it was between A or B for me. And this one, it's not my favorite track I've heard from him. So I felt like, I don't know, I would be surprised if this one got up to 100K. But I've been wrong quite a bit so far, so.
Well, you know what? That's the beauty of multiple choice is you could just guess. You always have a 25% chance of getting it right. So you guys are thinking it's more on the underrated side. I can definitely understand that. So I'll go ahead and lock in A for you guys. Let's find out. This track from 2 years ago by Cloudbug, as many of us have deduced. Let's see it. 3, 2, 1. It was 53.9K. Well done, chat. Well done, Rocketman. Yokai, go die in a hole, right? I really past my prime at this point, it seems. All right, chat goes up to 3 to tie it up with me, and Rocketman is hot on our tail at 2.
Brick house or log cabin? That's a tough question. Probably brick house. I don't know, dude.
I guess it depends on your aesthetic, right? You think you want to be, you know, trapping out the suburbs or trapping out the forest? I don't know.
Forest, yeah.
It's a vibe. All right, so yeah, this is It Gets Crazier, the sequel by Cloudbug. So I am familiar with It Gets Crazy, but admittedly not as familiar with the sequel It Get Crazier. So that was that one. I do remember that track. I think it deserves more than 53.9K, but Rocketman, like you were saying, SoundCloud just it fell off at a certain point. You know, it's not doing as well at pushing the tracks that deserve the plays.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I love hearing a submission from Cloudbug. I'm curious who submitted that one. Oh yeah, #classical. That's his thing. He's doing that on all his tracks. I think that I saw 666, aka Paolo, doing that a lot back in the day too. #classical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Always good to hear a submission. Oh, Trilly, you submitted that one? Thank you very much. We could use a lot more Cloudbug submissions, in my opinion, so feel free to keep them coming.
Definitely.
Religion and spirituality, that was another big one. Yeah, another popular tag. That's a great question, Lala Night Listening. I like to go to bed at the ripe time of 11:15 p.m. That's my bedtime. All right, we get another random track pulled up here. All right. This track comes to us from 4 years ago, so a little bit on the older side, from someone with 90 tracks on SoundCloud. So this will be an interesting listen, anywhere between 30K streams and 350K streams. So quite a range.
And I'm still screaming out big Greedo. Only shipping out Mexico, Puerto Rico. Put up in an all white Gucci tuxedo. Zeros. I must get this shit free. Nigga, I'm trapping no week. I do a pillage and eat. I let a bitch on my feet. I made a million a week. Yeah, I bring the pints overseas. I put some lean on my sheets.
That's very familiar.
Yeah, it's got a super familiar sound.
I do a pillage and eat. I let a bitch on my feet. I made a million a week. Yeah, I bring the pints overseas. I put some lean on my sheets. I done fuck your bitch, now what up? Diamonds on my wrist, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. If you ain't getting money, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. Got your broad in the back of the bitch, kick, what up? Fuck my P.O. And I'm still screaming out free Greedo. T shipping out past Puerto Rico. Put up in an all white Gucci tuxedo. Zeros. AR got a red dot like Cheetos.
Pretty fire. Yeah, I like the bounce. It's got a very, I don't know. It's weird that it was only released 4 years ago because I feel like it's got a much more nostalgic vibe to it. I wouldn't have been surprised to find out this one was released in 2017 or something.
I feel like I might know who this producer is.
Oh yeah? You get a bit of a competitive advantage on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the use of some vocal chants on this one. Some Vox chants. We got the oh,
Yeah.
iconic, the iconic. All right. We need to lock in a guess here. It's a pretty good track, so I'll have to keep that in mind. And like I said, 90 tracks from this person on SoundCloud, so they're pretty consistently putting out tracks. Okay.
4 years ago.
My guess is locked in. That is a great question, DJ T-Main. That you might be onto something there.
Could be.
It sounds like him. It's not Vamp. It's definitely not Vamp.
No, it's for sure not Vamp. A big difference from A to B.
Pretty big difference. Yeah, there's. It depends how underrated you think this one is.
Alright, I got my answer.
Alrighty. Chat, the poll is now open. Let me know what you guys are thinking. How underrated is this track from 4 years ago? You thinking 30K streams? If so, you can vote A. Or, if you're thinking this one's gonna comfortably clear that 150K threshold, you go with B, 162K. Or maybe you're thinking this one's gonna have over 250,000 streams for sure. 4 years, that's plenty of time to get to that point, so you could go with C if that's how you're feeling. Or if you're thinking that this one's gonna be creeping up on 400K, you could go with D, 357K. Zamarin is saying he's feeling a bit too optimistic with this one. Yeah, I'm pretty I'm going pretty ambitious on this one, I can say. I'm not getting too many votes, y'all. Make sure to do your civic duty. Get your votes in.
Get your votes in.
All right. Only 10 votes on the board, but the poll is closed and a majority of you guys are saying B. You guys are thinking this one's going to pull 160K streams. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
But you know what's more than that? 284K. That's what I went with.
Wow.
I think that, you know, it's something to keep in mind. We haven't had any, I don't think we've had a C answer yet. And that's, I know that that's, you know, not the right line of thinking. A bit of some gambler's fallacy there, but yeah, I'm thinking this one's probably going to pull some streams. I could see this one going viral on like, just like random YouTube videos or like TikTok, something like that. I just feel like this one's well produced enough and catchy enough that it could definitely go viral somewhere. So that's why I went with that. What do you think, Rocketman?
I went with B. I think because it's 4 years ago, it could have done pretty. I think it would do pretty well. But I just feel like it's a little bit too simple and maybe a little goofy to hit like 250,000, you know, or more than that.
That's a fair point. It's a fair point. Yeah. Yeah. I think for me, I felt like it was between A and C. It's either super underrated or it's like it popped off like crazy. So we'll see. So you and chat are both in agreement on B. I'll lock in B for you guys. Let's find out. This track from 4 years ago. Show me 162K. 3, 2, 1. It was 162K. And it's a track from Swum. None other than Swum. I can't believe I didn't recognize this. And I can't believe it doesn't have 284K if it's a track from Swum, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. That's low for him, especially in that time.
Right, yeah. That was like his era. All right, Rocket Man. We're tied up and chat takes the lead.
Damn.
Chat, you guys are really, really good at this fucking game, man. You guys need to take it easy on us, okay? Take it easy, okay? Let up. But yeah, Swum, he's been in the game for a minute. Many of him know him as, you know, one of the biggest, most talented lo-fi producers in that whole, you know, lo-fi scene. But in the last, you know, probably like 4 or 5 years, he started making a lot more funk-influenced tracks, and they're pretty good. A lot of them pull a lot of streams, and so I was surprised to see this one not quite clear that 200K mark, but happy to see that it's not sitting at 30K, because I feel like it definitely deserved more than that. Bistro Main says, I haven't heard Swum in years.
Bro, Swum is active right now. He's collabing with a lot of the newer funk producers. He's making like all kinds of different genres. So
he really is, yeah.
Swum.
Shout out to Swum. That's right. He's got some pretty good Roland Jones collabs, if I remember correctly. So go run that up. Not that he needs any help from us, but go run that up. Show some love. All right, we'll get a new track pulled up here. All right, this track is pretty new. It's from only 5 days ago, but it's from somebody with 58 tracks on SoundCloud. Pretty spiky waveform, so I'm very interested to see what this one sounds like.
Used as an interjection in trap music, this vowelless word conveys the sound of tires screeching.
Definitely more modern sound with this.
Oh yeah.
This shit is hot.
Hard.
Thank you, DJ T-Main. I love that reverse 808 or whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, it's sick.
Sounds like you're getting hit in the face with a fucking plasma gun or something.
Yeah.
Little problem, you patented that? That's your patented pattern? This one's gonna be tough, man. I feel like this one's really good. I could definitely see it pulling 1,300 in 5 days.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with that many tracks. He's a bit more OG. He's not a beginner.
Right, yeah. This one's had some time to kind of hone their style. And apparently they stole the Womp effect from Lil Problem, so... lawsuit incoming, I guess. Yeah, these really new ones are pretty tough to guess. The newer the track is and the older the track is, it's hard to guess. I feel like the golden range is like 6 to 12 months. That's when it's usually pretty easy to guess. But this is tough. One thing I will say about this track is I feel like it, for being 2 minutes and 45 seconds long, it's pushing 3 minutes. I feel like it could have used a little more variation in that second drop. Something to keep it a little more fresh throughout the whole 3 minutes of the song.
New layer, a change-up would have been real nice.
Right. But a super cool track. Lil Problem says, I'm gonna find the shit out of this motherfucker. All right. Cease and desist. Get it drafted up. Lil Problem invented music. All right. I'm gonna lock in a guess here.
Yeah, I got mine locked in.
All right, chat. The poll is open. What are we guys thinking? How many streams does this track from 5 days ago have? Oh, Cookmaster Jeff, that's not even a question. Waffles. If you like pancakes more, you just haven't tried waffles.
Yeah.
Or you're a liar.
Old statements you're making right there.
I speak facts. I only speak facts.
A lot of B's. Okay.
Yep. Chat's thinking B so far. A could take it though. How underrated is this track from 5 days ago, chat? You gotta lock in your vote. Let us know what you're thinking. You're participating in this competition as well, okay? Don't forget about that.
Yo, what up, Eric?
Oh, we got Eric in chat. What's up, Eric? Here, I will give one exception to the waffles versus pancakes thing. McDonald's hotcakes kind of slap. I hate to simp for McDonald's, but the hotcakes, man.
Yeah. Dude, I love like a chocolate chip pancake though, you know?
Yeah, yeah. But here's the thing is like you'd have a tough time convincing me that any form of a pancake wouldn't be better in waffle form.
Oh, the waffle iron does do something to it.
It does, for sure.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. The poll is now closed. You guys are saying B. You guys think this track has just shy of 1K streams in 5 days, which I think is fair. It's a pretty good track. I would hope that it's not sitting at 850 after 5 days, especially from somebody with over 50 tracks on SoundCloud. I feel like it's a pretty strong track. So with that said, I went with A, because having done this show for a little while, I have learned that a lot of these newer tracks with the newer, modern take on the genre doesn't get as much love as I feel like it deserves. We had a track from Lil Night Vision not too long ago called Arm and Leg. I lost on that one because I gave it way too many streams, and that was just a travesty. So I've learned my lesson. I know to go a little bit lower on some of these tracks that sound like this, but I'm curious to hear what you think, Lil ROCKETMAN.
So I went with C, partially because of your reasoning from the last one, where we haven't had any C's or D's yet.
Yeah.
It's bound to happen.
It's got to happen sometime.
And I feel like the track is strong enough. He's released enough, to where I think it could definitely get over 1,000 in 5 days. But you could be right.
I would love to think so. All right. Well, you guys said B, so I'll lock in B for you guys. I'm saying A. ROCKETMAN's saying C. Someone is going to come out with a point unless it ends up being D. So let's find out. 3, 2, 1. It was D. Nobody's scoring points, man. We gotta learn not to undersell Holy Sus. We've had a few submissions from him on the show, and I'm a fan. I'm a fan of his work. This one is called Ya Flex with Azzi. So, damn. That's crazy. 1,300 streams. I think that, honestly, give us some more. Everybody go run that track up.
It's a nice track for sure.
Yeah. Holy Sus, keep at it. You're a monster.
Damn.
You're a monster with the Lil Problem signature womp sound effect. Some say you did it better. Not me. Not me, Lil Problem. All right. Someone's saying overhyped TBH. I don't know about that, dog. Oh, yes. If you want an invite to the 808 Wave Discord, I believe I have a link to it in the description of this live stream. It should be there. Hopefully. Okay. But if not, I think that, yeah, ROCKETMAN, if you want to paste a link in the chat, that would help as well.
Yeah, of course.
Someone's saying, Rocket, how often do you use shampoo in the shower? We're all dying to know.
Every time I go in the shower, I wash my hair. I think that's yeah.
It keeps it nice and clean, okay?
Yeah.
No stinky boys in this game.
Nah.
All right, we got Tari Main. I said his name right this time. What's up, Tari Main? DJ Teammate says, "What the fuck you mean every time?"
I mean, twice a week, bro. That's grimy as fuck. Damn, got some greasy ass hair, boy.
I will say if you're showering every day, you don't want to go crazy with the shampoo. But I mean, twice a week, that you might want to do it a little more frequently than that. I guess it depends. When you got a lot of hair, it's a different game.
I'll be working out in the gym. I'm not gonna just rinse water over a bunch of sweaty hair and call it good.
Right. Just let it marinate.
Yeah.
All right. ROCKETMAN, what is the best way to cover a fart? That's the last question that we got for you.
You got to make a decoy sound, Either a crazy cough or like slam your foot into something and then just let it rip real quick.
Man, slamming your foot into something is crazy. What if you mistime it and then you shit yourself in front of everybody and you broke your toe,
Yeah. You don't force it out because then you might be running into some trouble.
All right. We got the next track pulled up. On that note, can't figure out a way to segue into this from that, but we got our track here from 1 day ago. It's very fresh, and it is apparently not a public track because I don't see any stats for it or any multiple choice options. And I think that only happens when it is a private track. But I want to double check because Why would it be doing that? I'm pretty sure, Haley, can you check that one? I feel like that one's private.
How do I see if it's
Just click on the link and see if it doesn't have public stats.
I don't know how to see that.
If you just click on the link, you should be able to
I can see
tell.
stats.
You see stats?
Yeah.
I don't know why they're...
Plays, and I can see
Is it a private track?
how many tracks they have. Oh.
Weird. Okay, they popped up this time. All right, chat, let's listen to this track from 1 day ago from somebody with 13 tracks on SoundCloud. Cookmaster Jeff, that woman is my wife, Haley. So everybody say hello to Haley in chat.
Haley.
All right, 1 day ago, let's give it a listen.
Ambient vibes.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, okay, some jungle influence. Some amen break action. Man, I really want to hear a vocal sample on this.
Yeah, I agree.
Nothing wrong with some instrumental stuff, but if it's gonna be instrumental, I would want to hear some more variation,
Agree with that.
or maybe some more FX or something.
Got no time. GTL Delta. What's up?
What's good? Got no time. Welcome to stream. All right. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think this is the most interesting submission we've seen, but it's a very cool, it's got a cool groove to it. And people are talking about a Reese bass. I guess. Yeah, that's a super low Reese bass. I'd love to hear a little more high end from it. Because somebody listen to that on their phone speakers, they're not gonna hear shit. I'm gonna lock in my guess here.
Yeah. How many? 4 tracks from this guy?
13. This is their presumably their 13th track.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree, Cookmaster Jeff. A little repetitive.
1 day ago.
1 day ago. Not a lot of time.
I got mine locked in. All
right, chat. Let us know what you're thinking. How many streams does this track from 1 day ago have? Does it have literally 1 stream? You can go with A. Or maybe it's got a few hundred. It's picked up a few hundred in its first day. This person has 13 tracks on SoundCloud. That's enough time to pull in a little audience. Something to get you a few hundred streams in your first day. It'd be tough, but it's possible. And I'm not even gonna offer C or D to you guys because I really would be very shocked to see it at 600 or 700 after a day. Maybe if it was some crazy shit that I've never heard anything like it before, but yeah, I don't know if this one's really reinventing the wheel. We got 16 votes in so far. Most people are voting A. We got 2/3 of you guys basically voting A. Few votes for B and 1 vote for C. Who voted C? Got no time? You think this one's got 600 in a day?
Yeah.
Fair enough. You could be the lone C vote. You'll be very vindicated when you find out that it's C. But I don't know if that'll happen. So I went with A. I think that, we've only seen it one other time on the show where a track has literally had 1 play. But I think that if there were ever a track that fits that sort of expectation, I feel like it would be this one, where it's an instrumental, it's 1 day old, and it doesn't really have that much variation to it. It's a little repetitive. So that's why I went with A. What do you think, Rocketman?
I have to agree. Pretty much all the same reasons. I went with A. Yeah, it's just very simple. It was only posted 1 day ago. He doesn't have a lot of tracks out. Yeah, instrumental drum, ambient drum and bass. With that Reese bass, I don't see it getting a whole lot of plays yet in 1 day.
Yep. All right. Well, it seems like we are all in agreement here. We all think that we are the second to ever play on this track, which would be a big moment. Second time this has ever happened on the show, if that's the case. So let's go ahead and lock in A. Show me 1. 3, 2, 1. Okay, well, now it's at 3 because we played it a couple times, but we were correct. Well done, chat. Well done, Lil Rocketman as well. Everybody gets a point there. Yeah, so this one was from Fleeka187. Is Fleeka in chat? For some reason, that name sounds familiar. Fleeka187, Utterly Lost. And they're calling this breakcore. So if you ever wanted to know what breakcore sounds like, there you go.
Interesting.
I still, to this day, am pretty confused on what breakcore is exactly, but now we know, I guess.
Yeah. That definitely makes sense, though.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That ain't breakcore. Yeah, dude, I don't know what breakcore is, so I can't speak on that.
Big flop. That ain't no breakcore.
Def not break, and nobody says breakcore.
Nobody thinks it's breakcore. Okay, well, fair enough. What is the size of my TV? I'm pretty sure it's 50 inches. I got a 50-inch Roku.
It's a big inch.
I love me some 50-inch Roku. 55 inches. Oh, well, it's named wrong then, because every time I connect to it, it's 50-inch Roku boy. Do y'all have beefy muscles? Yeah, it's all under this hoodie. Okay?
Yep. Yes, sir.
You don't get that for free. But I'm absolutely fucking ripped under here. All right, we'll get another track pulled up. How are y'all doing? We're doing great. It's a pretty close game today.
It is.
We're all pretty much in agreement. Yeah, chat's going down. Chat will be no problem, Rocketman. Don't worry about them. Chat always gets overconfident. And then they win because they cheat. Von Storm workout routine win? Yeah, maybe that'll be a Patreon exclusive or something.
Yeah, I want to see that.
All right. Yeah, you sound very, very excited about it, Rocketman. This one is 7 years ago. This track is a very weird waveform. I feel like this one's like... I've never seen a waveform like this before. It looks like it starts like louder than it ends, but it just gradually gets quieter the whole time. So yeah, this one's from all the way back in October of 2016. We got another one from October of 2016. And this person has 94 tracks on SoundCloud. So they've been in the game for a minute. It's a pretty old track. It could have pulled in as many as 626,000 streams. So let's find out what it sounds like.
Rap is strong, it can't go wrong. Yeah, but what if your rap is strong and the shit still go wrong? But that's not possible. Not if you marinate that fish right.
Easy come, easy go, easy go, easy come. Blood drips from my tongue, which was sex, I know she's pumped. Team bagging, dropping bombs.
There's a bed behind me. Not a closet. Hold it down.
Back to back, I got a rim. Never have I gave a damn. Cold for what you can sling. Playing in the background. I see brothers slow jams. Gotta kick it off the grams. Never off the fucking same. Never have I.
This sounds like the artist formerly known as MC Holocaust. I believe he is now Play a Misery. But I feel like that's his voice, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And 7 years ago, if this is a Play a Misery track from 7 years ago, this probably has hundreds of thousands, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Does it just slow down the whole time?
Just gradually slowing down.
It really does.
What the?
Damn, we're ending the track at fucking 70 BPM. Okay.
That's interesting.
Kind of a cool track though. I mean, I haven't seen that done before where they literally just automate the tempo for 2 minutes straight, but it could definitely have brought in 100,000 streams, I guess.
Yeah.
So knowing that it's Play a Misery / MC Holocaust makes me think that it's probably not going to be that underrated, but we'll see. I'm going to lock in a guess here.
Who's listening to that 2 minute slowdown section? Like, that's crazy.
That's a good point. Well, I'll save that for later. I have an idea here.
Yeah.
Bro automated the shit out of that BPM, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me know when your guess is locked in and we'll open the poll.
Alright. I'm locked.
Alrighty. Chat, the poll is open. You guys can decide now what you guys are going to go with on this one. Looks like most people are leaning B. But yeah, Zamarin says, this feels like something underrated and I never heard this song, so I'm going to go A. Maybe a bit pessimistic. I also didn't enjoy the slowdown at all. He tells it like it is.
Kind of agree with him there.
I think you definitely can't be sober to enjoy that 2 minute slowdown. You must be in another world.
Mm-hmm.
So far, chat is definitely leaning B. We got only 10 votes so far. Everybody, make sure to get your vote in. You can hear this. You can hear this track. Okay, you can hear what this sounds like. How many streams does a song that sounds like this deserve, in your opinion? You think we're more in 50K range? You can go with A, or if you want to go with the majority of chat, you go with B, 123K. 5 seconds left on the clock. If it was a tie between all of them, Cookmaster Jeff, I would have to roll a 4-sided die to decide it. All right, the poll is closed. You guys only voted for A and B, but the B's took it. About 2/3 of you went with B. So you guys are thinking this one's barely crossing that 120 threshold, almost getting to that 125K point. I agree. I think that this track, it's not like anything crazy. It's not like, oh, I could definitely see this one going viral or whatever. It is 7 years old, so I think that it's had time to pull in hundreds of thousands over time. But I also feel like the fact that, like you said, Rocketman, I can't imagine somebody sitting there and listening to the whole slowdown section every single time they listen to the track. So I feel like people are probably getting through the point that they like and then going back to the beginning if they want to, you know? So I think that could have, boosted the play count a little bit. What do you think, Rocketman?
I agree exactly. I went with B. And yeah, I think if it didn't have that slowdown section, I would have gone with probably C or D. But because that is just so long and a little bit painful to listen to, I don't think it's gonna break that number. But I do think because it's 7 years ago, it would probably do pretty well. So
yep,
that's that.
Agreed. You heard it here first. Rocketman says too long and too painful. So with that in mind, we'll go ahead and lock in B. Everybody's in agreement on B. Show me 123K. 3, 2, 1. It was 50.9K. We were a little too ambitious. A little too ambitious on that one. But yeah, the 5 people who voted A are probably a little upset, a little tilted right now. You guys almost had it. You just needed 4 more votes. We only got 14 votes, so. What were you saying?
So that Reese's Buttercups on pizza, bro, that's crazy. Get out of here.
That's awful.
That's a question.
That is awful.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, as we predicted, this is from Play a Misery, the artist formerly known as MC Holocaust. This is a track called Fall Into Eternal Bow, produced by DJ Flarev. Flora, so probably. But yeah, about 51K in 7 years. A bit of a lower performer for him, I believe. But going back to what we were saying earlier, it's probably the fact that 2/3 of the song is just tempo automation. So
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts on this one?
That makes sense. Yeah, it is like a low number for that time frame and whatnot, but yeah, that slowdown section is a questionable decision.
Yeah, someone's saying maybe speed up would have been the move. Yeah, maybe.
Sure.
Maybe. Apple Skittles on pizza. LOL, so random. XD. All right. Getting a new track pulled up here. Let me get the poll off the screen. This track is from 1 year ago. Let's see how close to 2 years. So July of 2022, about a year and a half. And this is from somebody with 104 tracks on SoundCloud. So they put out quite a lot. Could be a re-upload channel, could not be. 104, I've definitely seen some artists that have been in the game for a minute with over 100 tracks. So it's definitely possible that it's just an artist that's super consistent. Seems like a pretty loud waveform to me, so I'm very curious to hear what this one sounds like.
All right.
I'm changing my answer.
This is tough. All right. I got my answer.
All right, I got my answer locked in as well. Chat, the poll is now open. You guys can hear this track here, this weird 80s synthwave drift funk hybrid from 1 year ago from somebody with 104 tracks on SoundCloud. How many streams does it have? Does it have A, 220 streams, B, 22K streams, C, 42K streams, or D, 134K streams? The votes are fairly split so far. Most of you are split between A or C, so you can't decide if it has 200 plays or 40,000.
220 is just so low.
That's really low. I feel like this is definitely pulling more than that. in a year and a half.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. So far, we got 21 votes in. So thank you guys. We're finally getting our voter participation up. A few more votes coming in the final seconds, and it looks like C is gonna take it. All right, the C's have it. You guys are saying this one has 42,000 streams. Goat Playa says, I just voted A out of spite. Fair enough. Not a fan of this track, he says. So I think that this one is not only well produced enough, but different enough from a lot of the typical drift funk tracks that this could definitely have the potential to bring in tens of thousands of streams over the course of a year and a half. Now, that said, it doesn't have that like super viral distorted sound, and it's not like super fast paced or anything like that. So I wasn't feeling quite ambitious enough to say D, but I did go with C. So I'm in agreement with chat. What do you think, Lil Rocketman?
I went with B, but similar reasoning, and it was between B and C for me. I don't know. It's definitely good enough to have more than 220 streams in that period of time. But yeah, I agree. It doesn't have like that sound for it to go viral on TikTok or something and get over 100K. But yeah, it could be B or C. They're kind of close.
For sure. And I mean, 130K, that's a lot to get in a year and a half. So you'd almost have to go viral somewhere else to pull that, or just have a huge audience. So, chat, you said C, I said C. Rocketman, you're going B. Let's see what the correct answer is. 3, 2, 1. It was A. 220 streams in a year and a half. Wow. To the 7 people who voted A in chat, I'm so sorry that you guys lost by 1 vote. That's rough. That's rough.
Damn.
Wow.
It's a little shocking.
It is a little shocking. This is from Last Fragment, who has 200 followers on SoundCloud. So respect to Last Fragment. They got 104 tracks on SoundCloud. They're out here putting in work. If you guys are a fan of that track, go show some love. That's crazy. I was not expecting it to have that few. It's got a pretty trendy sound. I mean, I've been noticing this trend with a lot of these newer drift funk and drift funk adjacent tracks, is that they don't pull as many streams as they used to. I'm thinking that maybe the drift funk trend is kind of falling off a little bit.
I hope so.
Yeah, give the other room, give the other parts of the genre some room to grow.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, man.
It was produced pretty well. Like, yeah, the vibe, I guess, is kind of strange. So I guess that's why it didn't really hit anywhere. But
right.
I thought the production deserved more than 200 plays. For
sure. Yeah, the quality is there. And I think that's probably coming from the fact that they've put out so many tracks. Over 100, it seems like. So a very interesting curveball we got there. Rocketman, what is your social security number? Chat is dying to know. They asked me last time.
They asked you last time. Not gonna get that. Oh, you want the backstory of my name? Okay, that's a good question.
A good one, yeah.
It started off as a joke, because I had no name. My friend recommended it to me, and he was like, "Since you're Korean, and Trump just called Kim Jong-un Lil Rocketman in a speech, so you gotta be Lil Rocketman." And I took it as a joke, and now it's I'm deep. I'm way too deep to go back.
Rocketman is on a suicide mission. So hard.
Thanks, bro. It's pretty good.
Skinny Winnie, you can stop asking that question now.
Bro, come on now. You know the answer to that.
All right. Next track here is from 6 years ago, and it's from someone who has only 11 tracks on SoundCloud. So this will be a little bit of an interesting one. This one has, on the low end, 28K, and on the high end, it could have 460K. So let's give it a listen.
Family, they love it. That tag is the AI. I've only used it on your track. No problem. That's the only one.
Very EDM-y, yeah. It almost seems like it's got like 4 distinct sections.
Freddy, what up, bro?
Yo, we got Freddy Confetti in the cut. Welcome, Freddy. Pop off.
Yeah, this is just straight up EDM. No
It certainly is. It certainly is. We got that DJ Mustard chant in the background. Hey, 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 hey. Little Problem says, I know that serum preset. Did you patent that as well? iPhone ad ass beat.
Yeah, bass house. For sure.
Oh, so this is dirt. Okay, thank you, Goat Player. All right, so pretty similar throughout. Doesn't seem like there's any big switch ups, except in the middle. So this one's really tough. I'm not tapped into this genre at all, and the fact that this person only has 11 tracks on SoundCloud is really throwing me off.
These are all big numbers too.
Right.
Big numbers.
Yeah, this is tough. I'm glad they're not like super close together though, because those are the hardest ones.
Yeah. 6 years ago. That's pretty good.
6 fucking years ago. That's pretty old. December of 2017. It's had some time. All right, I've got my guess locked in.
Same.
Take care, Rebels. Thanks for stopping by. See you, Atari Main. All right, do you have a guess locked in?
I do, yep.
All right, chat. Tell us what you think. How many streams does this track have? We thinking 28K? If so, you can go with A. Or you can go with B, 50.5K if you're thinking it's a little bit higher, maybe crossing that 50K threshold, but not quite getting to 100K. Or, you know, this track is from 6 years ago. It could definitely have pulled 250,000 streams. So if you're thinking that, you can go with C, 252K. Or if you listen to this and you're thinking, damn, bro, this is definitely getting played at some festivals, and this shit is definitely pulling in at least 400K. You could go with D, 467,000. How many streams does this track have? As a reminder, the person only has 11 tracks on SoundCloud, so that's not a lot. That's not a huge body of work. So far, chat is very split. They can't seem to decide between A, B, or C. C is really, you know, pretty up there too. But you guys are going to have to get one more vote in for A or B at least. Oh, it's a tie. So chat, you guys couldn't quite decide between A or B. So unfortunately, that means I'm going to have to flip a coin for you guys to decide. All right? So A is heads and B will be tails. Let's go ahead and flip a coin here. Flip a coin. And let me zoom in so you guys can see. It landed on heads. So you guys are going A. All right, let me get back over to the track here. Okay, so you guys went with A. When I heard this, I really wasn't sure what to think. The fact that it only has 11 tracks on the profile makes me think that this was released by like a collective or a label maybe, because I know that, you know, those are, you know, probably more present in the EDM scene than some of the other, you know, scenes that we look at on this show. So I think that this could be uploaded by a label or something, and the fact that it's 6 years old and it has just that sound, you know, it sounds like it's getting played at festivals. It sounds like it'd get thrown into a bunch of DJ sets. I went with C. I think that in 6 years, this one could be crossing that 250,000 threshold. So that's why I went with C. What do you think, Rocketman?
I went with B. I think that it sounds good. Like it could be played at festivals, but I don't know. It doesn't have any vocals, so it's lacking like a catchiness, in my opinion. You know, I don't know. I'd have a hard time seeing that played at a lot of festivals, but and only 11 tracks, so I went with B. But I have no idea with this genre of music, you know.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so chat is saying A. You're saying B, and I'm saying C. So as long as it's not D, someone's scoring a point here. Chat, you guys went with A, so I'll go ahead and lock that in for you. Show me 28K in 6 years. 3, 2, 1. It was 28K. Chat takes the point barely from the coin toss. Damn. Yeah, Freddie Confetti says, also generic as fuck. I think that, yeah, as far as EDM goes, I have heard some more like groundbreaking, so to speak, tracks before compared to this, but I am surprised to see it only has 28K. I mean, in 6 years, you would think that, you know, this random track that somebody's submitting on the Discord, it would have a little bit more streams in 6 years. What do you think, Rocketman?
Yeah, I would have expected a little bit more, but just without catchy vocals and whatnot, I don't see it going that viral.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. No vocals. That's tough.
Yeah.
While I'm not listening, seafood is all right. Okay. Seafood is like probably the most mid genre of food, if I'm being honest. All right.
It's all questionable.
Yeah. So this is a track called Ghost from Snowcloak. Obviously, this is a scene that we don't really look at a lot, so I'm not familiar with this artist, but seems like they've got a bit of a cult following, okay? They got 4,900 followers on SoundCloud, but 200 comments on this track. That's a lot of comments for a track with 28K streams.
It is.
So there's something going on here. Maybe they've got a cult following. Maybe this got botted at some point, possibly. I don't know. It's a very, very curious situation. Bit of a curveball. So whoever submitted that one, it looks like it was submitted by Foreskin Main. So thank you to Foreskin Main for submitting this EDM track from 6 years ago. It really threw us for a loop. All right, so chat. We got some wacky names in the Discord.
Yeah.
Might need to take away nickname privileges at some point. All right. Yeah, that was a tough one. Chat extends their lead to 2, 6 to 4 to 4. Rocketman, I think we're gonna need to start colluding or something now.
Lock in.
All right, I'll get another random track pulled up. All right. This next track is from 1 month ago, and it could have as few as 500 streams or as many as 5,300. So not a huge range to pick from, but should give us something to work off of. And this person has 11 tracks on SoundCloud. So it could be that same person we looked at earlier, the EDM track or whatever, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, probably not that EDM guy. Doesn't sound like that. Oh, some boom bap action, okay.
Okay. Spanish boom bap. Boom bap.
Is that Spanish or Portuguese or something?
Portuguese or Spanish?
Can anyone in chat identify Portuguese or Spanish?
Sounds like Spanish.
Yeah, I'm definitely hearing some Spanish words. Sometimes I get tripped up because there's a lot of overlap.
I know, yeah.
Spanish, Okay. Sounds like it's Spanish.
Dude, hear the accent.
Oh, yeah, true. We don't get a lot of boom bap tracks on the show, so this will be an interesting one. No clue what bro is saying, but he's spitting. Yeah, I'm not sure what to think of this one. I don't listen to a lot of boom bap, so I'm not sure how many streams it pulls on SoundCloud specifically. I'm sure that something like this could pull a shit ton of streams on Spotify. Yeah. Get thrown into like a Spanish lo-fi mix or something, but
SoundCloud's not that friendly to boom bap singles though.
Right, yeah, I've noticed that.
No.
Well, I'm not really sure what to think on this one. The B, C, and D are all pretty close to each other, so...
Month. Right.
Yeah, 1 month, and they only have 11 tracks on SoundCloud. All right. I got my guess locked in. You got yours?
Yeah, I got mine.
All right. Chat, the poll is now open. It's time for you to decide what you're going to guess. Will chat keep their lead? Are you guys going to keep your lead, or are you going to let us whittle your lead down to 1? Okay, let us know in chat what you're thinking of this one. Does it have 500 streams in a month? If so, you can vote A. If you're thinking this one's definitely getting a couple thousand at least in the first month, you go with B. That one is the next highest at 3,200 streams. Or if you're thinking this one's probably closer to 4,000, you could go with C, 4,381. Or if you're feeling really ambitious about this one, you're a boom bap enjoyer, you can go with D, 5,300 streams. We only got 12 votes so far. Almost all of you are going A, so make sure to get your votes in if you have not already. I want to hear from all of you and why you think that this one has the number of votes that you vote for, or number of streams that you vote for. All right, the poll is closed. Chat, you guys are saying A overwhelmingly, 80% of the vote going with A, 578 streams. And I think that is a very fair guess. I think that given the fact that this person only has 11 tracks on SoundCloud, and the fact that, like RocketMan was saying, boom bap singles just probably aren't going to pull a ton of streams on SoundCloud, I went with A as well. What do you think, RocketMan?
Also went with A. Yeah, I just, in a month with that little tracks, and it's also in either Spanish or Portuguese, which is gonna make it even less, not get even less streams.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see it doing a few K in a month, I think.
All right. Well, it seems like we're all in agreement. We're thinking this one has 578 streams. So will we all score a point, or will we walk from this round empty-handed? Let's find out. Show me 578. 3, 2, 1. It was 578. Well done, everybody. This track is from Mushout. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This is our first time getting a track from them on the show. But I am familiar with that artist. I've seen that name floating around. This is Federales by Mushout. Do you recognize that name?
I do recognize that name. I think he's pretty active in my Discord and whatnot.
Nice.
Yeah, he has some nice tracks.
Well, everybody go show some love to Federales. I'm not sure is Mushout from a Spanish-speaking country, or did he just feel like sampling some Spanish rap?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. It's a good question. I feel like he could be actually from Portugal, I feel like. But
looks like he's from Argentina. So, yeah, that makes sense. It's a Spanish-speaking country. Is Mushout in chat? I know we've seen him before. I guess he's not in chat. He's from Argentina. Yep. Yeah, I've definitely seen that name floating around. I believe he makes funk as well. So, yeah. What is this? This has your name on it, I think.
My track, bro. Yeah.
Did he repost it then? Is that what that was? I see. Well, now we got the multiple choice. So do you just want to guess how many streams this track of yours from 11 months ago has?
I know exactly how many it has, but y'all can guess.
I'm going to guess B, 47K.
That's a good guess.
50.6K. I'm sorry for underselling you, buddy. That was Catch Me in the Hood.
Yes, sir.
Nice. All right, we will get the next track pulled up. We've got another paid submission here, so let me get that one pulled up and we will give it a listen. This track is from 5 days ago, from a profile with 53 tracks on the profile. So, someone who's been putting in some work. They haven't been in the game for super long, or they've privated a bunch of tracks. And it's a pretty new song, so the range here is only from 300 to about 650. Let's give it a listen. They're pretty close, yeah.
Okay.
This is a different vibe.
Yeah. Like a Bollywood sample.
Yeah, Bollywood. That's a perfect description, yeah.
Savage. Cruel.
What the hell is this?
Isso é baile na 17, bailão de favela, onde as santinhas viram
That sounds like Russian. We got some Russian Bollywood type beat.
na mão, levanta
Skinny when he says it got like 30 degrees hotter right now.
malucão, vou passar sarrando
I will say, I like the melody of that little, is that a sitar?
Yeah, something like that.
aê mulher,
And the slowed Russian talking, it just sounds like talking. Bro ain't even rapping.
Yeah.
de copão na mão, aqui é só
That's a strange vibe, not gonna lie.
só socadão.
It's Portuguese? Okay, for some reason it sounded Russian to me. Drunk Russian guy. It's not Russian vocal. Got it. So we got Portuguese with some Bollywood melodies.
Damn.
I have no fucking clue. I'm honestly surprised this one has even 300 streams. Not to offend the creator, but someone said watered down Beaster the God.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I can see like Timbaland flipping that sample though into something hard.
Timbaland, yeah, he could do something with that. Someone said Bollywood type beat. That's good. All right, I'm gonna lock in a guess here. I don't know what to think of this one. B and C are basically the same number, so that one's a toss up.
Yeah.
Okay. My guess is locked in.
Yeah, I got mine in too.
All right, chat. The poll is open. What do you guys think of this Bollywood type beat? Cookmaster Jeff, did you submit this one? Is that why you can't vote? Or is it your track? Oh, don't vote on this one. I thought you said you weren't going to vote on this one. Well, yeah, it sounds like some people are disobeying your command. We're getting a few votes in. Everybody's doing their civic duty. I love that. We're all on our best behavior. 8 votes in so far.
If I play this live, you better give me $100. I'm gonna hold you to that.
$100 to play it live.
Put it in my outro.
We love pay to play. Pays you to roast my track. Xavier D, is this yours? All right, only a couple seconds left on the clock, and the A's have it. We had a few votes for D. A few people thinking this one's pulling almost 700 streams in 5 days. Me, though, I'm with you guys, chat. I didn't know what to think of this one. I don't listen to a lot of Bollywood-type beats with Portuguese vocals, so I'm tempted to go a little lower on this one, especially since it's only 5 days old. What do you think, Rocket Man?
Yep, I went with A. I don't know what audience this is reaching. Yeah, I don't know. I can't see this doing that many numbers, especially in only 5 days.
This is for the Brazilian Bollywood enjoyers, I guess. All right, so we're all saying A. We're all in agreement. We think this one has about 300 streams, which I still think is a little a little crazy for 5 days for this track, but we'll see. Show me 298 streams. 3, 2, 1. It was 298. Well done, everybody. And this is a track called O Baile Ta Lotadao. So, and this is from Hags. So thank you, Hags, for that submission. This is one of the weirder curveballs we've gotten thrown on this show. So, interesting. Yeah, I feel like I've seen this guy's name at one point.
I have too.
The Russian or the Cyrillic symbol in there rings a bell.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And he tagged it India Funk. He tagged it. Here, I'll get the poll off the screen so you guys can see these other tags. Hashtag funk, hashtag rare funk, hashtag Bollywood. So whoever said Bollywood first, you're right on the money, man. Bollywood type beat. So we all take a point on that one. Well done, everybody. All right, still a pretty close game. You're keeping me in the game, Rocket Man. I feel like we've had some pretty good discourse.
Yeah. Damn, chat is like pulling. They're a little ahead though.
Chat's rough. Chat's gotten really good at this game. We've got some regulars who have really learned the strats, I guess. They've learned my ways. They know that I typically go a little too high on some of these. Okay, random track.
Copyright matter on the submitting? I'm guessing not. I don't know.
Yeah, so as long as it's preferably something that's not gonna get me a copyright takedown. So like no Migos tracks, you know.
Yeah.
That would be rough. Okay, next track coming right up. We got one from 2 years ago, and man, we got a lot of people who are pretty active on SoundCloud. This one has 156 tracks on SoundCloud. Okay. Wow. This one could have as few as 41 streams or as many as 200,000. So let's give it a listen and see if we can figure it out. Lot on that listening asks, what does the sign on my right say? It says, The Storms. I really dig that halftime guitar sample in the back with that respace. It's nice.
I got a feeling this should be amazing. Every day I get the bread. Every day I get a man. Every day giving me head. I don't do nothing but get me this.
Yeah, we got a wide range of answers on this one, Zamran.
Every day stacking it up.
Or is it Cameron? Is your name Cameron and that's just like how you stylized it? It's cool.
I'm drinking, I still got a buzz. Man, I'm down, but I'm still going on.
Yeah, this is pretty gas. I really like the drum patterns. I just feel like the bass could probably be mixed a little fatter.
That's how I feel, cause it's nothing. That's how I feel, that's how I feel. Out of the way, out of the cage, I am spitting them flames. Never did you.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Like an edit of someone else's.
It could be, actually. And then it could have a shit ton of plays.
It really could. I mean, these two are literally like 1% apart from each other.
Because no one gonna stop me, no. I've been walking down a long road.
Oh, got it. Zamran. I'll keep that in mind.
It's a lot of plays to get in 2 years, though.
It is. That is not a long time. But if it is a slowed and reverb track, like something from TikTok or something, and you know, it's a profile with 150 tracks. So they could be an account that uploads slowed and reverb versions of popular songs. So that's tough. Okay, I'm gonna lock in a guess. Let me know when you got yours locked in, and we'll let chat decide what they think.
All right, I'm locked. All right, we'll see.
Chat.
Another track soon, bro.
Yup. Chat, the poll is open. You guys can vote how many streams you think this track from 2 years ago has. We got some very diverse answers here. We got everything from 41 streams to 203,000. So if you're on the more ambitious side, you're gonna have a tough time deciding because C and D are very close to each other. C is 202K, D is 203K. Or if you're on the other end, if you think it's a little more on the underrated side of things, you could go with A, 41 streams, which I think would be insane for a track that's 2 years old. Or you could go with B, 7,400 streams. It seems like most of you are going that direction. 10 seconds left on the clock. Get your votes in chat. Most people are saying B so far. It looks like the Bs are probably going to take it. All right, the poll is closed. Chat, you guys are saying this track from 2 years ago has 7,400 streams. I think that's a fair guess. You know, with an account that seems like it could be a re-upload account that does these slowed and reverb versions of songs, it's kind of hit or miss, you know. Some of them really pop off, some of them not so much. And so the fact that it seems like this could be a re-upload account and that it could be a slowed version of a popular song, Rocketman, like you were saying, some of those go crazy. I went with C. I just randomly guessed between the two big answers. So what were you thinking on this one?
The D, because I think it could be a slowed and reverb song. And I don't think we've had a D yet, have we?
I think we might have had one, but nobody got that one right. So nobody has correctly guessed D. You could be the first one of the day.
See?
All right, chat, you're saying B, so I will lock in B for you. Let's find out how many streams this track from 2 years ago has. 3, 2, 1. It was 41 streams?
It was slowed.
It was a slowed song, bro. Oh, man. Okay, and this comes from our very own Hydro. Hydro, I don't know if you're in the chat today, but damn. Bro, very underrated. 75 followers for 156 tracks. How many of these are re-uploads is my question.
Yeah, it looks like it's not his track.
Right, yeah. So he might just be re-uploading like or making slowed versions of songs that he likes. We did get fooled. We all got fooled. Nobody scores any points on that one. Yup. A re-upload. Re-uploads can either go crazy or just sit there at 40 streams for 2 years. You never know. So if you guys are fucking with that slowed version of Jackie Chan, go run that up. Or it could be a song called Slowed by Jackie Chan. I don't know. It's formatted weird. Go run that one up. Any closing thoughts on this one, Rocketman?
Not really.
Yeah, not much to say that hasn't been said already. Another curveball.
Yeah.
Okay, one sec. Somebody tried to do a paid submission and did not put a link in the PayPal, so that's tough. Let me see here. I think I know who that is, Haley, so I'll just DM them.
If you have them DM me on Discord the link, I can send it over.
Oh, okay, cool.
If you wanna.
Okay, DMO, if you want to DM Haley on Discord, she can get it sent over. In the meantime, we'll get another random track pulled out, and then we will probably end the stream with his submission. So let me get a random track pulled out here. The last random track of the day. And it's pretty close so far, so we're gonna have to do some wagering on, I think, on the last, whatever the last track ends up being. All right. This track has been removed, so unfortunately we will not be reacting to that one.
Yeah.
Could have had your 15 seconds of fame, man.
Yeah,
unfortunate. You blew it. All right. Here we've got a track from 6 months ago. This person on SoundCloud has 90 tracks. So they've been in the game for a minute. Plenty of time to build up quite a sizable discography, and this one is one of their newer tracks, I would guess. So let's give it a listen. Pretty fat. Really cool drums. Yeah, him beats vibes. I hear that.
Yeah.
I really like the hi-hat patterns, especially. I think those are super saucy. Okay. Get a little bit of a switch. All right, so it seems like it's just going to be a repeat of the first drop. Any initial thoughts on this one, Rocketman?
It's nice. Like, it's not a bad track. I don't see it getting a ton of streams though, especially in that time period. No vocals, you know.
No vocals, yeah.
Kind of repetitive. Yeah, that's my initial thoughts.
Yeah, I'm with you. I feel like it's tricky, these ones with no vocals, because some of them people really like freestyling on them, so you know they get used in like YouTube intros or outros or shit like that. So instrumental songs, you know, they could have their limelight occasionally, but it's rare. It's rare to see an instrumental track really pull a lot of streams. So that's a good point. But given that information, we also have 3 options here that are pretty close to each other. They're around 30K. So this track could be landing around that 30K mark. So I'm going to go ahead and lock in a guess here.
Yeah.
This is kind of a shot in the dark, but I think I got to go with this one. All right. Chat, the poll is now open. You guys can let us know how many streams you think this track from 6 months ago has. As a reminder, this person has 90 tracks on SoundCloud, so they've been in the game for a minute, and this is one of the newer tracks. It's got some pretty good drum patterns, kind of a cool vibe to it. But like Rocketman mentioned, it's instrumental, no vocals. The vast majority of you guys are going A so far. Okay. Everybody get your votes in. And I'm curious to know why you guys are voting the way that you are. So after you guys are done voting, let me know in the chat. What's your reasoning? What are we thinking? I see Tense Games is saying it's using a lot of 2015 to 2016 drums and one-shots, especially the repetitiveness from the track just screams that time period. It does. It really does feel like something out of like 2016 or 17 for sure. All right. Only a couple seconds left on the clock, and the poll is now closed. Chat, you guys are overwhelmingly saying A. 84% of you actually said A. So a little more on the underrated side, and I think you are probably correct to think that, because going back to what Rocket said, again, I think that these instrumental tracks, it's a little harder for them to pull in streams, and it's only 6 months old, so I don't think that I can necessarily say that confidently that it's pulling in 30K streams. What do you think, Rocketman?
Yep, 100% agree. I went with A. I just don't think that instrumental is going to be pulling like over 20 or 30K. Like it's not bad, but it's not that special, you know, to really in 6 months it would really have to pop off.
Yeah, for sure. All right, sounds like we're all in agreement. We're all saying A. It's on the more underrated side. Swamp Area is saying it's feeling a little bit empty. So we're going a little more underrated with this one. Show us 1,028 streams. 3, 2, 1. It was 1,028. Well done. Everybody scores a point on this one. We're all really on it today. We could learn a thing or two from chat. They are obviously still in the lead, but I mean, we're keeping up. We're not letting them get too big of a lead. And now that we're into what appears to be the final round of the day, why don't we make things a little interesting, huh? Chat, if you guys would like to make this last round interesting, let us know if you would be willing to wager, what would it be? 3 points? If I see, let's see. If I see 5 yeses in chat, then we will all wager 3 points. Okay? I need 5 yeses.
Bruh. Nah. Okay, we got 1.
There's always some of you. There's always some of you who want to wager. Young Demon says, I'm comfortable where we are. You guys are being such pussies today. Oh my god, no balls. No balls. Thousand says yes. 4. Oh, there it is. Okay, we got a flood of yeses in there. We did get 5 no's, but hey man, we're making it interesting. Chat, if you're confident in your abilities, it shouldn't matter. You guys are like almost undefeated. I've only won the game like twice. Okay? Be polite. We got a guest star, okay? Let's play along. All right. All right. We'll go ahead and all wager 3 points then, okay? Listen, chat, if you guys end up winning this and we lose it, you realize that's going to put you at 12-4. That'll be a commanding victory for you guys. Don't you want to show off? All right, we're going to wager 3 points. Okay. Yes, we will wager 3 points. And Young Demon, this is going to be the last round of the day, so your submission, let me know in chat if you're okay with us holding it until the next show or if you want me to refund it. Okay? All right, but in the meantime, we'll go to this one for our last track of the day. Wagering 3 points. #rigged. This is BS. Hey man, I saw 5 yeses. I do as the chat tells me. This track is from... That's right, we gotta make it interesting for the last round of our first stream with a guest star. Come on now. All right, Young Demon, I appreciate the flexibility. This last track of the day is 1 year old, and it comes to us from a profile with 30 tracks uploaded. So let's give it a listen. This could have as few as 60K or as many as 130K. This is a 4.5 minute long track.
Damn. Those are big numbers for this content.
They are big numbers. I am surprised that a track that sounds like this has even 60K.
I know.
I'm not a fan of the kick sample personally.
I don't. Yeah.
I think it sounds a little scuffed. Ooh.
Okay. I can fuck with that.
I can see this pulling some streams.
Yeah.
That's a really nice respace. Okay, yeah, this shit is probably crazy on TikTok. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Or like Roblox or something dumb.
If you threw this in like a techno set, it would go crazy.
Oh, for sure. This is nuts.
It honestly.
Oh, Techno Diemo, tell me you couldn't hear this on a fucking TikTok of like some...
For real.
Yeah, I can't imagine it, but I feel like you're scrolling on TikTok and this sounds like some shit you'd hear. It'd probably be some stupid shit too, like a fan cam edit of Jair Bolsonaro or something dumb. All right, I'm gonna lock in a guess on this one. One year ago though, February of last year. All right, I got my guess locked in. Let me know when you're locked in.
I am locked in.
Zamrin's saying that it's most likely A because the start of the song would push people away, I guess. It's a fair point, I guess. All right. Chat, what are you guys thinking? Oh, wow, we immediately got 2 votes right off the bat. One person voting A, one person voting C. What are we thinking, guys? If you're thinking that this one is a little more on the underrated side, again, it's a year old, you could go with A, 61.8K. Or if you're thinking it's just shy of that 100K threshold, you could go with B, 91.4K. Looks like most of chat is leaning towards B. Or if you think it could barely cross that 100K threshold, you could go with C, which is just a flat 100K. Or if you're feeling really, really confident in this track, you think it could go viral on TikTok or something like that, you could go with D, 133K. So far, the B's definitely have a commanding lead. We got 18 votes. I'm glad to see a lot of voter participation on this one. Only 5 seconds left on the clock to get your votes in. We got 1 vote for D, 2 votes for C, 4 votes for A, and the poll is closed. B takes it with 11 votes. So you guys are saying 91.4K. I also went with B. I think that this one is good enough to pull tens of thousands of streams, probably more than 60K. I think it could definitely, get a lot of support. But being only a year old, I just don't know if I could see it crossing that 100K threshold in such a short amount of time. What do you think, Rocketman?
I went with A. It was a toss-up between A and B, though, for me. I don't know. If it went viral, it would have breached 100K, I feel like. And yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard it ever before. Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling A.
All right. Well, chat, you guys are saying B, Rocketman's saying A, and I'm saying B as well. So let's find out. It sounds like even if chat and I both get it correct, we would end up going to a tiebreaker. But if Rocketman gets it correct, he wins it. He wins it all. Okay? Let's find out. 1 year ago, 30 tracks from this person on SoundCloud. Show me 91.4K. 3, 2, 1. It was 133K. We were underselling it, bro. Underselling it. So nobody scores a point on that one. So I don't know if Young Demon's still here. We might need to go to his submission next. We might need to switch on over to another one to decide the game. Because nobody scored any points on that one.
I might have a little advantage with that. I've listened to some Young Demon tracks.
All right, Young Demon, we're moving on to your submission since nobody scored a point on that one. Elmarie Kokonen back in chat with the super chat. Appreciate it. What's up, my napkins? How y'all doing? Doing great, man. Just playing another game of the SoundCloud game show. We got our first guest star on live, LIL ROCKETMAN. So it's a big day. And we're trying to break a tie. So the bet is still in place. Little problem. No, we can end it here. You guys are. What happened to you guys? You guys used to have balls. What happened to that? Unbelievable. All right. This is a paid submission from Young Demon. Let's hear it. 2 months ago, this person has 94 tracks on SoundCloud. Let's give it a listen. Tense Games is feeling very confident. You think you guys are going to take it all on this one? Saying, I think I know this one. Yeah, I really like how these vocals are chopped, or the beginning vocals too. Very wavy. This is tight. I think in the interest of time, I'm going to go ahead and lock in my guess.
Yeah, same.
This one's we got a good distribution of options here. Could be as many as 15K. But if I remember, if this is a track by Young Demon, I remember him being pretty underrated. So I don't know. This is a really good track, and it's had some time to grow. So. All right, I've got my guess locked in. Rocketman, you got yours locked in?
Got it locked, yep.
All right, chat. To decide the game, let me know how many streams you think this track from 2 months ago has. It's a good option. It's good options here. You got A, 1,900 plays. Again, it's been out for 2 months, so I think that's underselling it a little bit, probably. I don't know. We'll see. 3,400 streams. That's B. Go with B. If you're thinking that this one's not totally underrated, but you know, it's gotten a few thousand. Or if you're thinking this one is just shy of that 10K threshold in 2 months, you go with C, 9.1K. Or if you're feeling really confident in this track, you could go with D, 14.9K. So far, half of chat is saying B. And yeah, I mean, the A's could have a shot at it. If you guys want to get in some votes for A, you guys might have a shot at it, but it looks like B is going to take it. The B's take it. Chat, you guys are saying this one has 3,400 streams. Unfortunately, I also went with B, so if we both get it right, chat, then we're tied up, and that doesn't decide the game. But Rocketman, I'm curious to know, what did you put?
I put A. I know Young Demon. He drops hella tracks, and yeah, he's definitely underrated. He's always dropping quality stuff too, but yeah, I haven't seen like his tracks reach more than a couple thousand too often, so I think this one is going to be on the lower side.
All right, so let's see. Chat is saying B. I'm saying B. Rocketman is saying A. Rocketman, if you get this one right, you win the SoundCloud game show. Okay?
Hey.
This is a big moment. So chat, you guys said B. I'll lock in B for you guys. Show me 3,400 streams to decide the game. 3, 2, 1. It was A.
Yes.
Rocketman, I'm so proud of you, man. First live guest appearance, and he takes the dub. A commanding victory too. Let's see. We all wagered 3, so that puts chat down to 6. Oh man.
They lose point. Okay, damn.
Yeah, we all wagered 3 points, so I'm going down to 4. Ugh, yikes. Pretty commanding victory, dog. You beat chat by 4 points because of that little wager at the end.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, some people in chat are coping and mauling with that. But yeah, this is a track from Young Demon, Stay Down. Very sad to see that it doesn't have the plays that it deserves. But to your point, Rocketman, he needs more streams. He's pretty underrated.
Very, very underrated.
Yeah, pretty underrated compared to the quality of his tracks. So everybody go show some love to Young Demon. He's a frequent chatter in the stream, and he's a very talented producer. So everybody get the streams up. And Lil Problem is very, very, very upset with chat. So chat, you're gonna have to take it up with Lil Problem. He's got a little problem with you guys. Oh, I'm sure we'll have Rocket Man back on the show at some point for a little rematch, a little redemption match for chat, since they're so upset that they lost to you, Rocket Man. You seem to really rile them up.
Damn. Yeah, dude, definitely. Anytime I'm willing to come back. That's a lot of fun.
Good shit. Well, anybody got any final parting questions for me or Lil or for Lil Rocket Man? Oh, you're Venomian. Okay. I want to make sure I say it right. Venomian? Yo, we got Venomian on the track. You don't fuck with it? We're going to slap the shit out of you. I pretty much ripped that from the new Lil Zelly Sudier tag. But yeah, any parting questions? Do you have any parting wisdom for the chat, Lil Rocket Man?
I don't know. Stay on the grind, I don't have much wisdom right now. Anybody can ask any questions, though.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, chat, they seem a little preoccupied with just being upset that they lost. What percent of a down payment should Skinny Winnie put on a house? He's dying to know, Rocket Man.
You're asking the wrong guy. 69%.
There you go. Never go wrong with 69%. All right, folks, thank you so much for joining the stream today. It was a very special one, very monumental one. We had our first guest star on live take the dub, much to chat's chagrin. So thank you guys for playing the game. I'll catch you guys on Wednesdays next week. So we're now streaming on Wednesday nights from, oh God, what did I decide on? 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. So you heard it here first. I'll see you next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Lil Rocket Man, thank you so much for joining us today. It has been an absolute honor.
Of course, dude. Thank you for having me. It's a lot of fun.
All right, sweet. Well, everybody have a blessed day, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.
Oh, yeah. Peace out.